A kingdom people recognize that God is the God of the whole plan. Genesis 15:7 is interesting because God says to Abraham, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. It sounds like a throwaway verse. But what's interesting about it is that God said that he brought Abraham out of Ur. But when we go back to chapter 12 and we look, we see that Abraham had left Haran. So when God calls him, Abraham leaves Haran, but God says, I delivered you from Ur. If we go back to chapter 11, we see that it was Abraham's father that left the land of Ur. I've always found this fascinating because God says, I'm the one that called you out of the land of Ur. But he really talked to Abraham when he was in Haran, which means that God had the plan in mind the whole time. That even when Abraham thought it was his father that had left his land, it was really God at work for the plan of Abraham. Sometimes we think that God is a God of part of the plan, but God is a God of the whole plan. And there's not a single element of your past that God has left untouched. There's not a single part of your story that God has not written. Sometimes it doesn't seem like he's there, but he's in every piece of the story and every part of the plan. And the number one thing that kingdom people must do is trust his sovereignty and trust his plan. He's the God of the whole plan.